Also ahead, your parents become sick and you
Anti-abortion protesters take their message to the street, forming a giant human chain. They call it a chain of life. Hello again. Thanks for joining us. In all probability, the nation's highest court will soon become even more conservative.
And that has protesters on both sides of the abortion question stepping up their visibility. Today was a day for those fighting to end abortion, and across the nation, they took their message public, just as they did in Sacramento. Hundreds upon hundreds of pro-life messengers lined the streets of Citrus Heights this afternoon. A chain of light, they called it. Although drivers passing them along Greenback Lane and Sunrise Boulevard may not have recognized a human chain, they had no trouble seeing the message.
Abortion kills. It kills so many million people every day.
I just think, that every child has, a right to live, and that every kid should be given a chance at life.
Though it may seem most Americans have made up their minds already on this divisive issue, people on either side still believe they can change minds and hearts.
We're hoping to change the spirit of people so that they'll feel the grief that we feel when millions of babies are killed every year.
If the rally slowed traffic and made drivers think, it also kept at least a few people away from nearby businesses. A corner fast food restaurant reported a significant slowdown in business while the protesters were out, and one employee who has very personal feelings about this issue came out to share them.
I've had an abortion years ago, but it was because I couldn't carry it full term. I had medical problems, and I thought that was fair.
On the other side of the street, someone who would have agreed with her. He was alone, but not lonely.
I have nothing against the protest here. We were just driving all the way down Greenback, and I didn't see one other side of the story here.
Angry pro-lifers came to meet him face to face, and what had been a quiet protest became a loud confrontation.
In the name of liberalism, okay, is wrong.
Lower your voice, please. Lower your voice. I'm not let's be cool about that.
What happens?
Everybody
in the Bible are right.
I'm
No second choice.
Now, the Sacramento Area Coalition for Reproductive Rights, an official pro-choice organization, decided not to counter-demonstrate at this year's Chain of Life. Yesterday in San Francisco, though, it did hold a rally that they called a March for Women's Equality. And several hundred turned out to form a life chain in Stockton this afternoon. Protesters and their children surrounded the intersection of Pacific Avenue and March Lane. And except for an occasional honk from a passing car, this demonstration was quiet. Cheryl Taylor says only a minority of Americans want abortion legal.
It's up to us to decide who should live and who should die.
You think you're accomplishing anything today?
I hope so. I pray so.
Pastors from 65 Stockton churches were expected to participate. Similar demonstrations took place in Manteca and Lodi today.